Hello everyone, so I've got the April Sketchbox to open today. Just arrived at my door, and that's a look inside from the top. Let's see, we got everything but the brochure. Let's grab that. Got that all out. We can pull it all out of the tissue and have a closer look. Zoom out a little so that we can see the brochure. And let's start with, first of all, there's some lovely artwork here. It really looks like a canvas surface there. Oh, canvas pad. Look at that. Oh, there's my sticker too. Lots of surprises. Kate Joyner, a native Californian, has this artwork to share there. That's pretty neat. We'll set that aside. I'm going to set the sticker just out of frame here. And maybe we'll just plop those up that. They're going to roll, but hey, stay put. And we have a canvas pad. So, oh yeah, look at that texture. Can you see that? Let's see. That would explain the texture in the artwork. And wow, I don't think I've ever used a canvas pad before, because this, look at it. Can you see how flexible it is? It's canvas. Well, that goes without saying. For some reason, I thought it'd just be kind of canvas on top of paper or something. Discover Strathmore 300 series canvas. So a few sizes in the canvas pads. So I think I was thinking it was kind of like a canvas panel or some kind of combination, but it is like a little strip of canvas. This is a new to me product, which is one of the things I love about trying the Sketchbox subscription, because I would get overwhelmed with all the choices in an art store. So it says a medium green textured pad, 100% primed cotton, making it perfect for a variety of acrylic paints. Oh boy, I guess we're doing acrylic here. And our top of the sheet here item with these lovely colors is a custom jacquard matte acrylic set in lime green, turquoise blue, and deep red. And you can see those colors there. Now that we've had a good look, I'm gonna just put them up so they don't roll around. I feel somewhat intimidated since it's been a while since I've done anything with acrylic. Ooh, this is nice and soft. We have a Princeton 1/4 inch select angle shader. It doesn't seem to have the sizing on it, so maybe I should start with that. And I probably need some sort of palette or something. I grabbed some palette paper, in fact, because I wasn't really prepared. I don't know. I got so excited about opening the box that I wasn't ready. And so now we've got a couple markers here and the paints, and then another brush. We got 2 brushes, which is great because with the acrylic paint, that's kind of nice to have another brush. This is a King Art Gold 9000 series round 4 brush. I'm assuming that it's good for use with acrylics. Get some of that off nice and soft now, and we'll take a look at our paints. We got enough paint in the lid. Maybe I don't even need the palette paper, but if I want to mix, I might. But for now, I'm going to try to not make a huge mess. Oh, these are kind of cute. Look at that. Very nice. And I'm just going to go in from the lid. And we will start with the green. Here's our lime green color. It's definitely green on the yellow side of green. Very interesting, this paper. I can't really tell how opaque the paint is. It's nice that it's matte. I'm assuming it's going to dry even more matte than this. It's not particularly glossy like, you know, acrylic paint usually is. And it doesn't seem too thin, but also I can definitely, let me come forward, definitely see the texture of the canvas below, which, you know, I'm gonna try to embrace that, because you're not gonna be able to avoid that. And we can get some lovely brush stroke effects here. I'm just getting the rest of a lot of that off so I can switch colors here. Ooh, you know my favorite one is gonna be this one right here. This is a beautiful turquoise blue. Yes, this other round 4 is going to be much better for details, and for larger things, I think I'm going to go with this guy. I'm not loving the purple I'm getting here in between these two, but, you know, that's probably because it's not, you know, vivid color there. Interesting color palette there. Let's see what else we have. And then maybe we'll come back and mix those together or something. We have, it looks like a Copic Acrea. Oh, this is just white. Snow White! Snow White. Do I have that color? I have a white one. Okay, so I actually don't have a white Copic Acrea. These are new, and we got them in Sketchbox a couple times. I have dark rose and silver. And I was thinking of the acrylograph that I have in white from Archer and Olive, which is not Copic Acrea. And I'm giving this a shake first, and then I will activate the nib. And I wonder, oh, whoops, okay, whoa, that was fast. Faster than I was expecting. You were ready to be used. But it goes on nicely over the lime, which has had a moment. And actually, this other stuff that's not even fully dry, it's going over too. Since I made a boo-boo, why don't I just try to make a little tint here on my paper. Going in, yeah, that's a lot. So we can see a little messy look. Ooh, very pale pink there. How about some blue mixed in? Oh, I like the lighter version of the blue. Of course I liked the blue anyway. What are we? That's nothing amazing. And I'm going to grab a little green here and just pull some of the white from right there. That's a nice, more subtle version if we want to go to the trouble of using the Copic Acrea acrylic marker as a color. Now, what do we have here? We also got one of these recently, a Caron Real Brush Pigment Pen. This one is rose pink, and it's a bristle-tipped marker that contains opaque pigment-based acrylic. Oh, and it says to shake it. So, is this sealed also? Nope. Oof. Well, I shook it quite a bit. Now, this is the Caron. Oh, that's different. I thought it would be very similar to my white mixed with the deep red. This is not the color I was expecting. Rose pink. You know, this looks to me almost like a coral. I like it. I like the coral color. Because I was thinking it'd be like a soft pink or something, and oh, that's really pretty. I don't know if it's supposed to be this color, but I like that. Let's have a closer look at our little flopsy. Now I wonder what we can do. Let's scoot these guys over. Oh, yeah, I read all that. Okay. So, a lot of interesting supplies, and I lost my Snow White. There it is. I want to scoot this here. Let's see what colors we can come up with here. Which, you know, it's somewhat of a limited palette here. Let's put a little blue here, a little blue here. I don't want to keep washing my brush, so I mix the green in. And we saw this kind of up here, but I think I'll just put this right in between. It's going to dry really quickly on my palette paper when I thin it out like that. I don't really think you're supposed to water down acrylic paints that much because then it affects the binder that holds it to the paper. It's one of the things that I just sometimes have a hard time with acrylic paint is because it dries permanent, which is what I love and hate, because once it dries, you're done, and you really, I think that's why I kind of stopped using them as much in like little artworks, is because, well, then you have to clean your brushes, or you could ruin them. This is a moody purple color, and whoops, I was going to put it in between, wasn't I? Yeah, so like I love that you can just layer upon them. They're permanent, they're not going to move around, but then also if you only have a little bit of time and not like a lot of time, then you have to clean everything up, and you know, you lose some paint if you didn't, you know, put the right amount down on your paper. So it's, you know, both things. We did, oh, I like that green color, I really like that. So I did a purple. I want to see what happens with these two together. I'm expecting like some kind of earthy color. I don't know. That looks like a brownish color. We'll have to put you down here. Oh yeah, kind of a yellowy brown. I wonder if I can get it browner. Let me clean you off a bit. Add a smidgen more red to the mix. It's not a dark brown, but it would do as a brown, I suppose. Not my ideal brown. And then, see how much of this we can get on here. That's a little trickier. And what did I want to just pick up a little bit of blue? Mix that together. Ooh, I'm liking this gray shade I'm getting here. Gray blue shade. But that's work, man. Because I got a tiny bit there. I didn't get a lot for my effort. Let's try to get a little more of that. And we're going to put the sky there so I remember. Okay, so I just kind of neutralized the blue a little bit there. But I thought I had a lot of this on. Not really. I think it might mix a little better or last slightly longer on a ceramic, but I'm not even sure about that. It's drying pretty fast. I like this kind of gray color that I'm getting. And then, did I forget to mix anyone? We did these two together, these two together, these two together. I don't know, I'm kind of brain dead. We can get lighter versions with the white. I'm not gonna do that on here. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, okay. Our prompt is cherry, which I absolutely love cherries. I love cherries. I love strawberries. Red fruit, apparently, really like. So maybe I will do some sort of cherry illustration with these. And we'll put that on with music or commentary. We'll see. And if I don't get a chance to say it later, as always, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. And have a wonderful and creative day.